Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Empress Pamela. As you may or may not know, for 2025, since the beginning, I've gone through some old journals of mine, and almost every day I am sharing kind of a prayer or an affirmation in the morning to get started. And then sometimes, if I have them written down for that specific day, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, um, I'll share affirmations later in the day. So, this is all in an effort to document and, um, what's the word? I mean, document my journal entries, but also revisit some concepts to help start the day in a positive mindset. So, this supports my efforts to be more positive in my life, be more focused, balanced, divinely centered, I want to say. And when I'm talking, this is all unscripted. That's part of the beauty, I think, of my channel is that I go with my intuition, I make mistakes, I record um, off the cuff for the most part. I do, like I said, sometimes I have notes that help guide me, but oh my God, I gotta show you this bluebird right outside my window. Can you see the bluebird right on top? It's so beautiful. You can't see it, but he's so blue and purple. Wow. How beautiful is that? And I don't know. I'm talking. Why would I look out the window? Strange but true. Yeah, I'm really lucky where my office and my desk is. I kind of took over our previous dining room that we didn't use very often, and now it's my office. Anyway, why did I tell you that? I don't know. There's a reason for everything. So today is Super Bowl Sunday. It is the 9th of February in 2025. I'm going through my notebooks, like I said. And for February 9th, 2021, so that's like 4 years ago, um, I'll read the quote unquote prayer that was 4 years ago, February 9th. I am taking this opportunity to refocus my energy on what is around me. I release all that isn't serving my highest and best on my journey at this time. I am open to the cycle of giving and receiving as I share my bounty, wisdom, and insight with those I love. What a nice prayer. And then I have other notes written. Healing through art, writing, truth, authenticity, unconditional love. So I'm not sure why I wrote it, but I feel like this supports what I'm going to be presenting today, because in another journal, February 9th, 2022, 3 years ago, the heading is 6 Ways to Discover Your Life Purpose. And if you're on a spiritual journey like me, you know one of the questions that you had at the beginning of the journey, probably at some point during your dark night of the soul, you explored the question, why am I here? Why was I even born? What is my purpose? What is my mission? how do I integrate my passion with my purpose? What value do I add to humanity? How can I be of service to others? What are my gifts, talents, and skills that I can share as part of my purpose or mission here on earth? Does any of that resonate with you, or am I the only one? I doubt it, because we're all in this together, right? So, inevitably, as part of your spiritual journey or awakening, you've tried to figure out the puzzle. And so, in going back in these notes, 6 ways to discover your life purpose, I'll share with you what I wrote. You can get your notebook out, your journal, write it down. But I didn't expound on any of these. Maybe I will now. I don't know. 6 ways to discover your purpose. Number 1, read. READ. What are you reading? One thing that comes to mind, again, it's not written down, but I'm speaking off the cuff. Read. What am I reading? I feel like a key element to us discovering who we are and loving ourselves, self-love, is to, at least my journey included this, was discovering my astrology, my natal birth chart. And I was shocked and in awe at how accurate and how interesting and how hopeful my natal birth chart it was like a gift it gave to me, a gift given to me. And I've referred back to my birth chart many times over the course of the last 10 years. It really is a magnificent tool. So if you haven't pulled up your free natal birth chart, the resource that I used was Cafe Astrology. And you do need the date, the place, and for the most accurate and detailed report, the time that you were born. And you put that information in, and a free natal birth chart emerges. At least it did when I did it. And there was a point in time when I discovered this that I was sharing with my friends, and I would do their charts, and then I got into numerology, and I did some numerology, life path, soul number. I mean, I got into it, astrology and numerology. But if you're, excuse me, if you're beginning your journey or you haven't quite tackled the astrology, give yourself another tool to help you discover your life purpose. Read your natal birth chart. So that's number 1. Number 2, turn hurts, HURTS, into healing for others. Now, when I just read the word hurts, there's also HERTZ, and there's a lot of healing frequencies that you can use for your own self. Heal certain chakras. I'm sure you're learning about chakras if you're on a spiritual journey, and maybe you have blockages in a certain chakra, and there's certain frequencies and hertz, HERTZ, that will help calm your mind and heal your energy centers, your chakras. But this, number 2, the second way to to discover your life purpose. Turn hurts into healing for others. The way that I've done this, as an example, is to document through my journals my journey into healing through my spiritual journey, my awakening. I've shared coursework. I've shared observations. I've done shadow work and really talked about the things that fucked me up in my life, the strained relationships, the my path to forgiveness, especially of my father wounds. I've shared so much on my channel for others to find. Now, my intention in starting this channel was to grow as a person because I didn't like myself. I didn't like the way my voice sounded. That was a whole thing when I first started recording, was like, oh my God, I sound like that. I mean, really basic. I didn't even like my voice. And now I love my voice. I listen to my own videos and I'm like, she's pretty cool. She's pretty funny. I'd like to be her friend. Yeah, I really do. It's been a source of healing for me, this whole channel. And it's not necessarily about how many subscribers, although I appreciate every single one of you. That wasn't my motivation. Sure, I would love to have many subscribers. I would love to reach many people. I would love my message to go out. I would love to share with as many people as possible to help in their healing journey. I would love to get monetized, right? To help pay the bills, all my medical bills and all the things that everyone has the same, if not the same, but they have similar situations where, yes, life would be wonderful if it were easy. But that wasn't my main motivation to create these videos. Anyway, but turning my hurts into healing for others, the way I do it is by having my channel, sharing my deepest, darkest secrets, authentically, truthfully, and from a place of love, like fostering unconditional love for myself. Okay, the third way to discover your life purpose. Cultivate awe, AWE, gratitude, and altruism. Cultivate awe, gratitude, and altruism. First thing that comes to mind, part of this, I don't know why it comes up. Well, the fact that I journal anyhow from the beginning. I know at one time I watched Oprah, like the word, Oprah comes to mind because she's always been a strong proponent of journaling, a gratitude journal, writing the 3 things that you're grateful for before you go to sleep. She's always been an advocate in sharing spiritual gurus, introducing Eckhart Tolle, speaking with Deepak Chopra. She's done many. She had Super Soul Sunday, conversations with people who are in the spiritual community. I think I first knew about Gabby Bernstein through her. She really did her part to discover her life purpose, is to share her wisdom and use her vehicle in the public to expand knowledge, spiritual growth, inspire others. You go on and on about that. But cultivate awe, gratitude, and altruism. Yeah, through me starting the practice of having a journaling, specifically being grateful for what I have and focusing on the things I do have that I love and appreciating what is in my own backyard and not always wanting or aspiring for something else, but just recognizing the value of everything that I have that surrounds me has been a significant factor in my growth and I think in discovering my life purpose. The altruism, I think for me, comes in when, like, I have all this stuff, quote unquote. I have material things. I have so much clothes in my closet, for instance, and I keep it. And there's stuff in there that I've never worn. There's stuff in there I don't fit in. There's stuff in there that I've outgrown. I don't like the style anymore, whatever have you. Over the years, I've purged my closets, my material possessions many times over. In more recent years to be adopt more of a minimalist lifestyle, but also in the process of doing that, thinking of, well, if I'm not using it and it's sitting there collecting dust or whatever, there's someone out there who needs this, who would appreciate it, who could use this. So from a material standpoint, being altruistic, donating to certain causes, whether it be Goodwill, the women's shelter, that's been pretty fulfilling for me. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but the third way to discover your life purpose is to cultivate awe, gratitude, and altruism. The fourth way to discover your life purpose, listen to what other people appreciate about you. Wow, listen to what other people appreciate about you. This has been area of growth for me because of my wounding and how I was raised. I always had a very difficult time accepting compliments, and there's feelings of unworthiness, and there's something about those two combined, that concoction really makes it difficult to trust others, to understand that you're lovable. But I will say, yesterday, I shared a video with my 84-year-old mother, and I've talked about her own wounding and her codependency with my father and blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing, right? And just in recent years, she's expressed how much she loves me, which was something lacking my whole life. Anyway, yesterday I'm sharing a video with her, something that created, and she complimented me and had tears in her eyes. Wow, what a step. She's not an emotional person. She's Libra. She's balanced, very much like swords, I want to say, non-emotional, really, Queen of Swords, I guess you could say. But she was really touched in what I shared, and she's like, you're so this, you're so, oh my God, I can't. And she really spoke from her heart, which, instead of her head, which was really rare. But what happened was, the point being, I accepted her compliment, like lickety split. I didn't argue, didn't say, oh no, I'm not bad. No, you know, try to be humble. No, I listened to what she had to say and I accepted it, and it made me feel good to reach her in that way, such that she shared her truth and how she feels about me. So that's interesting. And I hate the word interesting. That was mind blowing, let's say. The fifth way to discover your life purpose: find and build community. Well, right away, the community that I've built through my channel has been amazing. I would like to have more interaction with my audience. I would like to hear your story. Even apart from YouTube, I'm still trying to cultivate uh, a community wherein I want to say it's like my soul community, my soul family, meeting my soul family. Basically, finding people who can handle my energy, who appreciate who I am without trying to alter or adjust my personality or how I operate in the world. Yeah. And I have ideas and goals for how to build a community in a different way other than the channel. So that's a way to discover your life purpose. And finally, the sixth way to discover your life purpose: tell your story. Okay, you can tell your story through video, have your own channel. You could do that. You could write a book, which I am in the midst of writing. I have so many ideas for writing. I just have to put them down. Yesterday, like I said, when I visited my mom, she's been such a sounding board. Some people in your life are there to just help you explore your ideas and thoughts, speak spontaneously, do a brain dump. And I have two people in my life that act like that. My mother being one, and one of my sons, who also offers like constructive feedback. Like he's old soul, and I learned so much from my son in that respect because we have like a soul connection. I feel like he's from my soul family. But anyway, the sixth way to discover your life purpose is to tell your story. And that's, tell your story. You understand why certain things happen to you. You reach a level of forgiveness for yourself and for the others that may have hurt you. And every time I say forgiveness, I have to share the Ho'oponopono prayer. Very easy. You can write this down. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Start with forgiving yourself and then forgive others. But yeah, telling your story, being honest, authentic, truthful, whether you're going to share it, whether you're going to publish it or not, it's important to understand your light and your shadow. Dig up some of those hurtful things that you buried in the file cabinets of your mind, just to get them out of there, purge those documents, so to speak, shred them and move on to clear your mind to allow in other things that are more beneficial to you and to others, to continue your life story, to add more chapters. So purge the old to allow for the new by telling your story. Anyway, that concludes today's presentation. 6 ways to discover your life purpose. I feel like it was kind of all over the place, but at the same time, I enjoy speaking in this format. So, yeah, it's time for you to step into your purpose. And those are ways. Try at least one a week, you know? But yeah, I would start with your natal chart if you haven't already. Anyway, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.